Hello! Welcome to my playthrough for Pokemon Legends ZA. Almost said you Pokemon Legends Unite. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, last time I beat, what's his name? Grisham to get into A rank. So now here I am. We tried to activate the tower, and the tower it make the big explosion after so Tawny is the one that seems to be the one like, yeah, I'll be the one who is going to mega evolve Floette and this is what happened after that. Maybe I should have been the one. Maybe hey there, Band Slam. Wait, I want okay. How is the lip sync of my character animator puppet? It's like the yesterday and the day before, I did not have a offset, audio offset. Now I've put it to like 350 milliseconds. So hopefully the mouse movement is closer to my actual mouse movement. Lurk. Hopefully you're not lurking for my question. Cause like I kind of wanna. I mean I did some recordings. The mouse is good. I did some recordings to see if it looked fine. Like I was like adjusting the offset, and it looked okay. It looked better than just having 0 millisecond offset. But yeah. Hey there, Will. Yeah, but yeah. Tell me if the mouse lip sync is good. Hopefully it's better than yesterday because like yesterday and the day before I didn't put an offset and I like watch it over and it's definitely not synced properly. But now hopefully it is synced. Is good, I think. Well, to really like get it working exactly, I have to do like a bunch of tests. And I kind of don't want to waste my time on that. I already like spent 5 minutes fiddling with it. Yeah, hopefully this is good enough. Oh yeah, I wanted to clean my laptop, right? But I'm kind of worried that I might accidentally break it, like how I broke my fucking PS3. So I'm gonna go bring it to the place where I had all the stuff installed and have them clean it. I know it'll cost like, how much did it cost last time? Like 500 pesos? When you speak, it's open the same time. Okay, that's cool. When I start a sentence, is the mouse like open? Or is it like closed? And then like it opens like a second or two later. But yeah, I looked at because I got the laptop cleaned and I had the hard drive new SSD installed and new RAM installed when Palworld came out, which was like January of 2024. So I'm gonna get it cleaned in 2024. Okay, start now. Okay, start now. Okay. Hello. I feel like it's best when I say hello. Hello. But yeah. Life is cool. And I get more of those colorful screws. Seems accurate. Okay, that's good. Finest work we've ever done. Oh yeah, YouTube already released the, like year in review. And I kind of want to publish it on Twitter, but there's like one reason why I don't want to publish it on Twitter is because like, oh, like the channel, one of the channels, the second most channel I've watched the most of is Asmongold. So, you know how a lot of people will be like, cause like when I play the video, it plays Gigi Murin's song, and I kind of want to share it for that. But unfortunately, like, oh, second most viewed channel, Asmongold, and I'm like, oh, I might get a lot of people like, I don't know, like, why do you watch Asmongold? And you also watch, like, it's the most watched. Like, you're a racist. You're a you know, that kind of stuff. And, number, like, Asmongold is number 2. Number 1 is Real Civil Engineer. I watch Real Civil Engineer every night to fall asleep. So, I guess that's why it's in the top. It's like number 1. And I looked, and it's like, oh, you're in the top 0.3% of Real Civil Engineer viewers. Holy shit. I watch that much Real Civil Engineer that I'm in the top. Not even top 1%. Top 0.3% of Real Civil Engineer viewers. Like, fuck. Like, why do I really watch that much? I just watch his videos every day. To be fair, sometimes, like, if I can't fall asleep, like, I'll watch the video twice. So maybe that's why. Like, fuck. Number 3 is Gigi Murin. I was like, why is Gigi Murin number 3? I was hoping it was Rara Pantera. Because obviously, like, oh, I'm a Rara simp. Do I go there or do I go over there? I guess this way. Watch all the count there. Oh, number 4 is Rara Pantera. And number 5 is Gray Still Plays. So there's that. But yeah, I kind of don't want to share it because of, like I said, people might be like, oh, you're judging me online. Like, you watch so much Asmongold. Oh. But yeah, topics I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Metroid Prime 4 comes out today. Remember before I said I wasn't interested in it? But I'm kind of interested in it, and like for a bad reason. It's like a lot of people are like complaining about the secondary characters, like, you know, they chatter to you and shit like that. And I'm like, if the game was actually good or not annoying, and it was just like a regular Metroid Prime game, I would have been like, I don't care. I don't like Metroid Prime 3. I never played any other Metroid besides 3, and I found 3 kind of boring. So I was like, I'm gonna skip Metroid Prime 4. But now that it might seem like it's a terrible game, I mean, like, I guess overall it's good. But from a story point perspective, like, people, like, are hating it and shit like that. So I'm like, bad game or kind of bad game? Let's go check it out. Like, you know, for the stream factor. What do you think, Will? Would you be interested in watching me play Metroid Prime 4? I have to see reviews of the Switch 1 version first before I buy it. Sure. I'm gonna ask my bro. I guess most likely he's gonna get the Switch 2 version. I don't know. Nicely done, kid. Oh no. What the fuck? The mega evolution of the I almost said Baneri. Low Punny has stockings? Fucking hell. I got a mega low bunny, Batman. Could you hurry up? I'm getting tired. Next topic I want to talk about is I've I'm starting to sit up straight more often because I feel like leaning back sort of triggers my tummy hoit, which I guess is because of what do you call it? The acid reflux. I don't know. So cause I bought this thing for like my back on my chair so that I sit with a straighter back so that like I'm more arched. I have it right now, but just a sec. Yeah. Although I was like leaning back on this chair, but now like I feel the pain in my chest, so I'm going to sit up straight now. Yeah, it feels a little bit better now. But yeah, like, damn it, like, it's so annoying that I have this, like, pain in my abdomen. Hopefully the doctor, when he checks it out in, hey there, Nanomi, hopefully when the doctor checks it out in January, that, my ulcer is clear. My ulcer is clear, I could just tell him about, like, I think I might have, like, consistent acid reflux. Can like my ulcer is healed, but can you do something about the whatever? Wow. What? Oh, I see. In a world where there are Pokemon and they're like Pokemon, even like regular ones that you could catch that can like destroy buildings and shit, does a world like this like need tanks and fighter jets and shit like that when you could just tell your Pokemon to do stuff like that? I want to know like I know the Pokemon anime, they have guns. Which was I think it was censored in the English release that they have guns. But yeah, like do they have like tanks and stuff like I know they have cars and stuff, but what about what about tanks? I mean not everyone can handle strong Pokemon. But like not every you could say the thing about guns and tanks. Not everyone is cut out for the military. Not everyone can drive a tank. Not everyone can fly an airplane, Will. That's not a good excuse. Not everyone can handle strong Pokemon. Same thing with military grade weapons. Not everyone can handle it. You need training and stuff and shit like that. No, that's not a good excuse. Most trainers only get their mons to even second stage. Again, same excuse. Barely even first stage. Again, same excuse. You've got Marines. You've got the Army. You've got the Marine, you got the Navy, shit like that. Hamster Jammer planning to take over the world with army of hamsters. But yeah, again, same excuse. Like, you have, like, people can't handle tanks and jet fighters also, Will. It's like, yeah, you're gonna have an elite military force, like, of people, of Pokemon trainers. In Pal World, they just gave the Pokemon guns. Yeah, Pal World, like, aren't there, like, there's not all of the pals have guns? Obviously, because there are some pals that are like way more powerful than the guns you would give them. But like the smaller, weaker ones have guns. Guns and tanks don't have personalities or interests or moods. Yeah, I know that, but again, like in a world where you like a lot of the Pokemon are, I mean, they're like loyal Pokemon. Sometimes stuff like that. It's whatever. But again, how advanced is it? Would they need to make the technology of guns, tanks, and shit like that? Because when they already have obedient Pokemon, yeah, they do have personalities and interests, but like that's one of the reasons why I'm asking: do they have tanks and jet fighters in Pokemon anime? Have they found it? Because they always like, except for a few Pokemon like Mewtwo and shit like that, a lot of them seem obedient and stuff like that. Hunter J. What's Hunter J? And like here, obviously, they're going berserk because of the what do you call it? Because of the mega evolutions. And what do they use to fight the Pokemon? Other Pokemon. They don't use tanks or guns. I mean, of course, it's a children's game. But of course, there are a lot of children's games where they have guns and knives and shit. But whatever. So again, like, I feel like that's not a good excuse. Like, would they need the technology of tanks and battleships and shit and fighter jets when you have fucking Pokemon who could do that? Okay, what are these guys weak to? Okay, he's weak to this. I'm not sure most Pokemon would obey orders to slaughter a village of humans. Wow. Well, there are, like... What do you think of Team Rocket, then? Like, Team Rocket have loyal Pokemon that, like, steal other I mean, obviously, it's like a kid's thing. And obviously, you have, like, evil, like... You have evil Pokemon trainers. Like, fucking, like, there are villains and shit like that. Are there no such thing as evil Pokemon? Again, I feel like the whole thing about like, yeah, I don't think Pokemon would take orders to slaughter humans. I mean, there's like Mewtwo. He hates humans. He'd be gladly like, yeah, I'm gonna slaughter. But yeah, again, they're bad humans. They're bad Pokemon. I feel like, oh, I don't think Pokemon would slaughter that. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good excuse. I'll turn the question to you. Why do they need ships if they have Pokemons? Well, because, you know, you need to carry a lot of people. Like what you're gonna carry, like, what, you're gonna have a whole ton of people ride on a whale lord rather than a boat? And also, the other thing is, according to Pokemon Legends Arceus, they only started taming Pokemon in like the what era? In like the 1800s, 1700s, whatever time period that came. So the technology of ships would have already happened. And also of battleships and shit like that. But tanks, maybe not. And airplanes, maybe not. Because they tamed Pokemon before that era. So they invented the technology of ships and stuff like that before they tamed Pokemon. I watched a few episodes of the show, so my Pokemon knowledge is super lame. Why? Have stoves too? Stoves. Well then, yeah. The same argument. Like, why do you need a stove when you could just have a campfire, right? Like, you have flames, so like, why have a stove when you have flamethrowers? Again, that's not a good argument, Will. They have planes too. My argument is not planes. It's fighter planes and tanks, stuff like that. Get you. I'm talking about weapons, not transport. Will. And again, like I was saying, a lot of what was I saying again? Like I said, they got that technology. Like they tamed Pokemon like recently. Oh, I should have Mega Evolved. As I said before, some people just don't mesh with with certain mons. Again, military is very limited. Not everyone meshes with killing other people or being in the military. Not everyone has to be in the military, Will. But everyone needs to fucking cook. Everyone needs transportation. Not everyone needs a gun. Not everyone can join the military. You know how most trainers are single type? What do you mean single types? Maybe the amount of effort required to train a strong Pokemon isn't practical on a large scale. Well, in this world, like I keep saying, in this world, like everything is resolved through Pokemon. You didn't file your taxes? Accountant, take a tax collector, summon Pokemon. I will collect my taxes from you. And then the other guy, no, you must fight me first in a Pokemon battle before you collect my taxes. So you need to what? So they need to support the shortcomings of themselves. As I said before, some people just again, like I said, because there are some Pokemon that could basically destroy buildings. Like, would you need like bunker busters and missiles when you're like, oh, I don't need to put R&D and research into weapons. I could just have my Pokemon do it. What Nanomi said. Maybe the amount of effort required to train a strong Pokemon is practical on a large scale. Again, Pokemon are everywhere. And yeah, like again, I'm talking about tanks and missiles and airplanes. How much of a large scale, like if you're talking about military forces, like people on the ground shooting shit, yes. But like how many fucking battleships are there? How many fucking fighter planes are there? There are way more Pokemon out there that have the power of battleships and fighter planes and tanks. And no need to research. No need. Just find a fucking kid who's really good at training Pokemon, and there you go. You've got your military force right there. A fucking child who can tell his fucking Pokemon to do solar beam and destroy a fucking building. Not all mons have champion level strength or even gym. Again, same thing. You have limited amounts of weapons. You have limited amount of weapons and materials and shit like that for weapons. So it's same excuse. You have limited amount of trainers and strong Pokemon. Same thing. Same thing. I feel like I need to show the chat so that like people in the future who are viewing this will see what you're saying. Again, Elite Squad. The amount of trained pilots are limited. The amount of Navy SEALs are limited. The amount of SEAL Team 6 people are limited. Again, same thing. Amount of trainers and elite level Pokemon are limited. amount of super expensive F-35 fighter jets, and the pilots who can pilot them are very fucking limited. Trainer seems to be the weak link in that army. If he's just a kid, he can be assassinated or kidnapped. Again, pilots can be assassinated or kidnapped. Generals who are commanding the military forces can be assassinated and kidnapped. Spies working for the thing can be assassinated or kidnapped. All of you are like, both of you are giving these excuses, like this and that. It's already there in the real world. You have limit. You do. The people who are skilled enough to fly these airplanes to the point where they're the best in the world and they could pilot them where they could defeat the enemy is limited. Just like elite level trainer Pokemon. They even have like a I even remember in the Pokemon anime, like Go, he was like joining a organization specifically for researching Mew and shit like that. And he had to go through training himself. Along with like, and he had to go and stuff like that. Generals and pilots don't have sole control over their weapons. The trainer can take his balls and defect or refuse to fight. I think conventional military would be more reliable. So again, my point is that, like, it's not about this. It's about like the practicality of research and stuff like that. And they were even doing it in the Pokemon thing. They had like a mind control device on Mewtwo or something like that. They're trying to control him. Like obviously he went crazy and shit like that. And that's like a plot in a lot of like stuff. Oh, we're going to do research on dinosaurs or aliens. Oh no, the aliens broke out and shit like that. Not to mention the fact that of the tech that stops balls from opening. Well, yeah, again, counter technology to stop the tech from opening, counter technology to stop airplanes from flying through the air. You've got like missiles that can shoot airplanes out of the air, and you've got countermeasures from the airplanes that stop those missiles from hitting the airplanes. Saying that like technology to stop the balls from opening is the same thing now. We have counter technologies against other counter technologies. People develop that shit as well. Techniques, technology, whatever. Again, that's the whole reason why I'm asking. Does the Pokemon anime or whatever, do they have tanks? Do they have prove me wrong. Go Google like a scene where they have tanks and shit like that. A lot of what you guys are saying would be correct if Pokemon were fucking rare. But again, like so many Pokemon games, there are villains with obedient Pokemon that do not do the things you're talking about, defecting and shit like that. Like I mean, there are Pokemon that do defect, but like for the sake of plot convenience, yes, like these Pokemon are obedient. They do not defect. The people in the thing also do not defect. Again, people are like, how many people have had like tanks and shit like that, or airplanes, and their arm defecting to the other country? They steal the technology and they give it to the other things. There are villains that use mind control, like the Shadow Mons in Colosseum. So there you go. They do have a technology to keep the Pokemons obedient. So you just disproved yourself with your own knowledge. Like, I'm not sure how deep the world building goes in Pokemon, but it seems to resemble our world, so I guess there must be armies. Again, I don't know. Are there wars in the Pokemon anime or games? Again, prove me wrong. Show me a thing. That my initial question was, do they have it? So I don't know. Like, I'm speculating. Do they have it or not? Like that. And tech that steals mons right in the balls. Yes. Again, tech that can steal mons from the balls. One side can have it, the other side can have it too. That's like saying, oh, you have tech that destroys airplanes. Yeah, the other side also has tech that can destroy airplanes. Will Lieutenant Surge fought in wars? Did he use Pokemon for it? Was he in tanks? Now I need to ask you, was he in tanks? Did he fight with a gun with a Pokemon by his side? Or did he fight in wars in fighter jets and in tanks and shit like that? Now I gotta know. Yeah, he fought in wars. But my question is, did they have weapons like artillery? Did they have like battleships that can blast buildings from the sea? Did they have missiles? Do they have fighter planes that could shoot bunker busters? This is reminding me of the Transformers movies where the Autobots fought in World War II. Which is it in the movies or is it in the cartoons? Oh, the Michael Bay movies. Okay. The last Transformers movie I watched was like the fourth one. It's funny, like me talking about this shit. I'm just like pause on one screen, not paying attention to the fucking story. Look what Laban has shown up, but I'm not paying attention because I'm talking about tanks and airplanes and shit. And why does the cowboy have a gun if he can just tell his mons to hyper beam them? I know, just cause, like, I know the anime has guns. So, like, tell me, like, why do they have... My question is not do they have guns. My question is do they have tanks and airplanes and shit like that. Making a gun is not as difficult and expensive as fucking fighter planes and shit like that will. That is my point. Gun is not my question. My question, it's like saying, you can cook this, but you know how to cook this, but can you cook a cake? Can you bake a cake? No, I do not have I cannot bake a cake, Will Jammer. Cannons came first before guns. I know. Again, I told you, the story of Pokemon, according to Arceus, is that they only got Pokemon. They only tamed Pokemons like pretty recently. So the need for like cannons would have been around before they tamed Pokemon. But again, Will, my question is super specific to super dangerous weapons. Like, did I say bazookas or RPGs? No, I said tanks, fighter planes, artillery, nuclear weapons, maybe even. You put cannon on a wheel tank. I think Dex and entries also talk about such things like jets. Again, are these jets for military purposes or for like travel or for entertainment? Hamster rage, yes. Again, super specific. Do not give me like, uh Pokemon. They have cars. So they have cars in this world. You know that in Sword and Shield they have taxis, but the taxis use Corviknights. So yeah, they still need taxis, and they still use both. That's not my thing. That's not my question. My question is not like, do they have taxis that are Pokemon uh as well as non-Pokemon taxis? No, my question is not that. Do they have military grade weapons? Do not use like something like, oh, they have normal taxis and they have Corviknight taxis. Therefore they do have military grade weapons. No, that is not. My thing is super specific. It's funny. Can you why don't you put your like logic when you watch movies like fucking Godzilla or something like that? Okay, not like Godzilla. Let's say you ever watch that movie Pacific Rim? Like it's they have fucking robots fighting other like monsters, and you're like, what? Like, why do you need robots to fight the monsters when you like in real life a lot of the military weapons we have can take them on, like bunker busters. Chestnut's tackle is forceful enough to flip a 50-ton tank. I'm wondering if World War II happened in Pokemon history now. Okay, that was my question. Do they have military weapons? You answered me. Yes, they do. Okay, you win, Will. You are correct. I'm going to secede that yes, they do have military weapons. Uh, now my question is, how much do they use the military weapons? And has it shown up in the anime? Have they used, like when Mewtwo went crazy? Did they use military weapons to stop him? Wait, did they? Sorry, it took that long to find it. Probably not. Not a knot? What's a knot? Okay, now my next question is, how do they use military weapons way more than they use Pokemon? Because it's relatively idyllic and peaceful. Yeah, that's true. Like the Pokemon world is idyllic and peaceful. I feel like that's why. Remember before I asked you, like, I asked you, like, no, I was like making a conversation about, if there's a world that you want to live in, but you can't be the hero, you can only be like a regular person. Hey, that's my outfit. What would it be? I said Pokemon. Because let's say you went into the world of 40K. Most likely you're not going to be a space marine. Most likely you're going to be in the military, and you're going to be one of the people who just dies in the front lines, like immediately. Or you're gonna be a civilian on a planet that gets killed by orcs or something like that. And like Star Wars, like most likely you're not going to be a stormtrooper, you're not gonna be a Jedi. You're just gonna be like a moisture farmer, farming shit. So I'm like, if you had a normal life in a fictional world, what world would you want to be? And I said Pokemon because, like, even if I'm accountant, I could still have a Pokemon that I trained and be my friend and shit and stuff like that. That'll work fine. I like wondering how many viewers do I have where I'm like fucking saying like, well, the fucking military and shit and stuff like that. Also, was my audio clipping when I was screaming into the microphone? Because I was looking, it was going to the red. It was clear even during the rage hamster moments. I feel like I need to. If my channel was monetized and I was doing this as like a full, if I was doing this as a full-time thing, I would clip that out like Rich Chatini, Rich Jammer rages out at will for insinuate for so and so. Will, this reminds me the argument that we had about Avatar. Because I was like saying like I was kind of disappointed at Legend of Korra that they weren't inventive enough with the way they integrated bender powers with technology. Because, like, obviously you see them do stuff like, oh shit. They do stuff like, they'll, like, have, like, little airplanes or something. And then they use the fire from the fire bending to sort of make it fly and shit like that. So I was like, yeah, I was, like, kind of disappointed that they, you know... Well, we also had the same kind of argument as well, like, yeah, Will, the argument that we had was similar to the one we had now. Like, something about... It was very similar, but I don't remember what it was. Do you remember? Something about, like... I had the same argument as well. If you could just have, like, a friend that like would the technology of like human weapons be that advanced if you could just have an army of benders? Damn, yeah, we got heated in military. Same thing, yeah, like kind of the same arguments also, like, but like obviously like regular non-benders need stuff to protect themselves. I don't remember. Was the argument inverted? Like, were you on the side that they needed technology to... I don't remember. Was the technology inverted in that time? Like, was I on the side that humans need technology, especially in case they needed to fight the benders, and you were the one who was saying, like, no, they have benders? Or was it the other way around? I don't remember. Because it was a very similar argument that we had. I don't remember which side I was on. You remember, Will? I don't remember. It was also heated when I was shouting in the microphone as well. I don't remember. If I was on the other side, Will, just take my arguments from the benders and use it against me in this one. If I was on the opposite one. I don't even remember which side I was on either. Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck. Again, Will, like, if I was on the opposite one today, just take whatever arguments I had back then and use it against me. Jammer, you're a hypocrite. You only pick and choose your arguments. You suck, Rich Jammer. But I do remember the thing that initiated it is because, like, I was annoyed that they weren't creative with integrating technologies with like boosting the abilities of their bending with technology, something like that. And then you were like disagreeing with me, I think. Something like that. Like I was saying, like imagine like you had a gun and then you could like make the bullet uh you could make the chamber explode faster or stronger so that you can make the bullet shoot faster. Uh if you were like a firebender, something like that. I don't remember if you were on the side of like, no, why do you need that technology when you're a bender? I don't remember. If we were on the opposite spectrums of that like thing, you could use my past arguments against me, and I could use your past arguments against you. They smashed everything. You got it, boss. No. What the fuck? Nah, was the question that Bender would be overwhelmed by the tech and mass-produced weaponry is training to control powers? What the fuck? Now I gotta introduce my previous conversation to this. Why do they need to build a man tower that high to get to the top of the tower when I could just use my Charizard to pick me up and fly me up there? Maybe it might like, oh, you need to rest because you have to fight all these mega evolutions. Or what if like, oh, you forgot to bring a flying Pokemon, sorry, you can't go up there. I guess they don't have flying types. I got a flying type. You go up there. Was the question that Bender would be overwhelmed by the tech and mass-produced weaponry versus training to control powers? I think, because I think my contention was that they do show that they use like technology. They use some technology to boost their abilities, like the metal benders, right? They have those like those metal coils to help them like go around. And like I said, like the airbenders, they had like what do you call those again? They had like gliders to help them glide around, and they use the air bending to help them fly around. And I think my contention was like it would have been cool if they had more technology and then they synergize their bending with that technology to whatever. Because they do show that they do use bending with technology. They integrate bending with technology, like the fire benders that they would use like their electricity to power some generator or something like that. I forgot. Oh my god, you're this part. That looks painful. They do, yeah, they do. But like, I think the thing I was saying is that I wish that they were more. I just said I wish that they were more creative with it. You know, like for instance, like in JoJo, right? Like sometimes, yeah, they do have they do have what do you call it? They do have like stands and stuff. But Dio, he still uses knives and shit when he's battling Jotaro and stuff like that. But the bending limits their scope. They do. But the most inventive people in Avatar were never the benders. I took a group picture with these guys from the top of the building. I almost fell back down. Oh, maybe I should have. Damn it! I'm so like invested in whatever the fuck we're talking about that I forgot. Like I'm not paying attention to the story. But yeah, it would. The bending limits their scope. I don't know. I guess I just felt like disappointed. Like if it was like an anime, they would have probably done something cool with it. But did I come from here? No. Wait. This is where I came from, right? Sorry, I was like looking at chat, then I got lost because I was looking at chat. Ah, okay. Sir Violet. Like, we were having a discussion earlier, like, you weren't here. Like, would have been nice to have another Pokemon person here to, like, correct me. Like, does the Pokemon world, do they have, like, I mean, like, we already proved it that they do have military-grade weapons. But have you seen them use, like, tanks or fighter jets or battleships and stuff like that? Pokemon military. But yeah, do they have, like, a military that doesn't use Pokemon? Do they have, like I said, do they have tanks? Do they have fighter jets? Do they have artillery? And do they have battleships and stuff like that? Because I was saying, like, do you really need that stuff when your Pokemon can basically do that? But yeah, but Will already gave an example where their military does exist. That does have military grade weapons. But like I'd like, if you could think of an example, like I guess like let us know. Do we have some late customers? We have Pokemon to take care of in our Pokemon Care Center. Excuse me. Just burping. I need to check if bread, especially sweetened bread, is bad for acid reflux. Man, this game really goes all out with the what do you call it? With the mega evolutions, doesn't it? It uses mega evolutions way more than I expected. Oh fuck! They use all their abilities on my fucking Pokemon. I can't heal! I can't heal! I think I might die in this one. It wouldn't let me like heal him. I think in the anime they do, but in the games it seems like all wars are fought by Pokemon. Is it? Cause like Will was reading a Pokemon entry, a Dex entry that says like that talks about tanks. But okay, you're the expert. I'm going to. You're our game expert. Do they fight wars with Pokemon in the games? Mega Evolve! Oh, okay, we beat them. All these explosions and no one gets injured. Oh, she healed my Pokemon. Also, in the Pokemon games, they don't have guns, do they? I know in the anime they do. Anyway, my question is that like it's either the anime or the games. Like, do eh, hmm. Anyway, I'll move on from this fucking conversation. Oh. Oh, okay. I want to talk about this topic about like. Oh, you're right. Tanks were mentioned in the Pokédex. Yes, they fought wars with Pokemon. Uh. Now I'm like wondering how did they use military technology controlled by humans more, or did they like use Pokemon to fight more? Isn't the war like plot point in Gen 5? I don't know. I know I've only played Pokemon Crystal. I've only played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I've only played Sword and Shield. And what's the one after Sword and Shield? Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, and then this. I don't know anything. The two antagonists in this episode, Captain Crook and Gally, fire cannons with the cannonballs at Ash. Is Pikachu and Lapras. Who needs guns when you have Yeah, why do I need like to use a sniper rifle when I could just have my Inteleon do snipe shots? A missile submarine appears and fires upon Mega Rayquaza. Is that in the anime or is that in the game? Oh, you said episode. It's in the anime, yeah. Anime. Those cannonballs, did it kill Ash and his Pikachu and Lapras? Again, that Pokemon is a shiny asshole. What the heck, I wasn't paying attention to the story. Too busy talking about, like, other shit. You played the suckish games. Yeah, I only played after, like, Pokemon became bad. No, because they look like early Pokemon season. Yeah, the early Pokemon season, like, the early Pokemon season, they actually have, like, real animals, and they have guns and stuff like that. And then I think in the later anime seasons, they don't have animals anymore. Because, like, I think in the earlier seasons, they had, like, weasels and they had regular fish and shit like that. And then later on, they don't have it. They just, like, they need to eat, like, fish. They eat, like, Magikarp. Probably the latest it could be is, Cecil Island. Okay, can I not go down here? Okay, a topic I want to talk about is... Topic, what to talk about? Is flexing wealth, right? You know, like, people wearing expensive clothes or, like, driving cars or shit like that. Especially like, oh, go to fancy restaurant and, take a picture of it and put it on Instagram and shit like that. Pokemon trainers survive concrete breaking hyper beams, lol. Hey, Jammer. So that's another thing, like, a lot of these military weapons, like, they're not that effective against Pokemon because, like you said, they 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 there are Pokemon that can survive like hyper beams and stuff. Like, what would like a cannon thing like be different? But okay, I'm gonna stop this conversation. uh, but yeah, like, what do you think about the whole like flexing wealth kind of thing? I feel like I don't flex my... I mean, I guess I could easily flex like my wealth, especially against other Filipinos, because of my how I live right now. But I don't, and I feel like there's like a few reasons why, like, it can be annoying. I feel like I don't flex it because a few reasons. Like, number one, like, I guess I'm antisocial. Like, I don't care about like socializing with people. Like, what? Like, why would I care about impressing other people when I don't even care what they think, right? And I don't care to converse with them or shit like that. So why would I spend all my fucking money on stupid fashion outfits or expensive watches or shit like that, or like buy an Apple laptop and go to the fucking Starbucks and do work in public when I could just be at home and do that shit at home, right? Like, why would I need to flex like to people I don't care about? Like, that's number one. And number two is I feel like Elma, like luxury timepieces. Bish, you got scammed. I have a watch from Pringles Cat, and it does exactly the same time. Yeah, just get yourself a Casio watch that has a calculator. See, it can tell the time, and it's a calculator. And this is the same watch that the terrorists used to make time bombs. See, it's useful. Uh, okay. What's the other reason I said? Like, I feel like I'm also a very function over form kind of guy. Like, I could obviously wear my leather jacket around and impress people. Like, oh, he's got a leather jacket. He's so cool. I'm like, it's too hot here. I just want to wear something comfortable. I don't wear my fucking leather jacket and shit like that. And again, like I said earlier, like, why? Oh, this is a pre-rendered cutscene. This one here. And like I was saying earlier, like, why the heck am I gonna take my laptop and go to a cafe? Why am I gonna go to Starbucks with my laptop and do work there when I could just be at home and drink my own fucking coffee and stuff like that? Like, why would I spend extra? Oh fuck! He's like a Megazord, not Megazord. He's like a mech. Oh, that's cool. And lastly, the last thing I feel like why I don't flex my wealth is like I'm paranoid that people are going to target me. Like, oh, that guy's rich. Look at his expensive shoes. And look at his expensive watch. Let's target him and pickpocket him and shit like that. So like I don't want to show off my stuff like that. So I don't want to be targeted by unscrupulous people, you know. I have 6. Oh, Sir Violet, are you gonna get the Metroid Prime 4 or not really? What's going on here? Red and blue? What? Oh. Is this supposed to be like Xerneas and whatever, like the deer and the red plant thingy? Xerneas and... Yeah, are they red and blue because of those two? You're like aiming for me and not at my Pokemon. They are? Okay, they are kind of aiming at him. I'm gonna save the Mega Evolution for the other guy. Mega Evolve! I didn't know you were rich. Yeah, I am. Rich Jammer. You didn't know that? I'm Rich Jammer. I never played Metroid game. Well, that's not stopping you from playing this game, is it? I never played Red and Blue, but I still played Crystal. I never played X and Y, but I'm still playing this game. No, Jammer, that's not chronological. Is the story of 4 even linked to it? It's like, when did Metroid Prime 3 come out? On the Wii? Did it even come out on the Wii U? Oh, what the fuck? Land rat. Oh, interesting. Can I bring this? Can I bring him with me when I fight regular Pokemon? Oh, let me guess. I need to... Dynamax versus Hyper Rogue Floette. I think Hyper Rogue Ange Floette, I think it's bigger than a Dynamax. It's a good thing I got Giga Drain so I could just heal him. Wow, why does Giga Drain give me so much health? How much health that gave me? Jammer, remember that time you borrowed 10 pesos after 10 years? The interest racked up to 1 million. No, I don't think that... How much is the fucking interest rate that it'll rack up to 10 million? 1 million? But I suppose I could give you friends and family discount. What? I remember when I was like learning about like when I was in college and I was learning like, oh, interest, compounding interest, all that shit like that. And I remember like Futurama, like I think Fry, he had $100 or something in his account. And then like after 1,000 years is like, oh, you had a bank account. Now you're with interest. Now you've got $1 billion. And I'm like, that doesn't seem possible. We don't know, Jammer. We ain't accountants. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh! Mama. That's also after the future world went through like 5 apocalypses too in Futurama. How this account stay? Yeah, exactly. Core Enforcer. Man, they only let me do one move at a time? God damn it. Mega Evolve! Why do I get a special cutscene for his Mega Evolution here? Did you hide behind this thing as well, Sir Violet? Or did you, like, fight them face to face? Ow. No! Giga drain that bitch. A second Zygarde attack hit the tower. I did hide behind it. No, that's cheating, Sir Violet. You just kidding. No, his beam was stronger than your beam. Floras could handle it because she also had a draining move. Core Enforcer. Man, I wasn't paying attention to this climax that much because I was too busy talking about random shit. now the effect of this thing isn't that strong to me because I talked about stupid nonsense. So what you're saying is just use all the draining moves you have, I guess. Tower. It stopped. Seems like you and Zygarde saved the day. Of course, she has to be the one purple. What about all the road Pokemon? Yeah, we killed them. You heal a lot because the target also has a lot of health. Just load the game and do it again. Kill them all with the cancer dragon. What is Ange again? You know me, I don't pay attention to the lore. I imagine AZ must be smiling. Pass. Swing! Where is AZ? I think he's hiding in his hotel or something. He's a frail old man. I assume. I have no idea why. This looks like a pre-rendered cutscene, but it's not. Like, because my character's in there. It looks pretty good. Spotted the iPhone user. She's got pink holograms. Wow, wow. It can't be. Shit, something inside your satchel is shaking. What the fuck? Someone left a piece of shit in my pocket. My controller is vibrating, by the way. Ordinary Pebble entrusted you by the Pokemon known as Zygarde is completely unremarkable. It's your wallet. It's my wallet! Do nothing. Swing! Is my pill transfer into Zygarde? Oh, can I use Zygarde? Zygarde now? Man, like, that time when I was, like, screaming into my microphone, can you, like, I guess later, like, I should try to look for it, because I want to see what I sound like. Screaming like this! Like angry Chatino. It's the unremarkable pebble. Angry hamster noises. Is it gonna become bigger and stuff? Does this what Zygarde looks like in X and Y? Does Zygarde become like this in X and Y? It can't get more. I guess I'll just check it out later or something. What the fuck is going on here? See, look, he's got a thermal nuclear weapon. See, Will, you don't need a fucking nuke when you have a Pokemon that can do it. Just kidding. Here's this conversation again. Fire. This reminds me of like I don't know, when I see a cannon like this, it reminds me of Skies of Arcadia. Moonstone Cannon, fire! That's a legendary, that doesn't count. It gets nuked. No, in X and Y, he is the cave snake. Oh, really? But here they showed him as a dog. Oh, and then he became a cave snake. Like his first form is a dog, and then his like 50% form is cave snake. So his 100% form is like a transformer-looking robot. Again, this looks like a pre-rendered cutscene, but it's not because my character's in there. Why was I calling this pre-rendered cutscenes before? So again, they're using the same... I don't know what this technique is called. Did they just put additional... Do they have like additional... like filters? And do they like... Yeah, okay, no, this one is definitely a pre-rendered cutscene. Man, like, shit like this makes you wish that this game had fucking voice acting. Like, you can friggin' get the voice actors from the fucking anime and stuff. Like, what? Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, so what's my opinion? Okay, good old Pokemon non-budget for anything. You see how much the budget for these games are? Like 10 or 20 million? Not that much. Like if it was like a double A or even an indie game, yeah, that's a lot. But for fucking like game that makes a gajillion gajillion dollars, like goddamn. Well, at least they're gonna make a ton of profit. Like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer a fucking like Ubisoft or EA game that is like super expensive and they spent like so much money on it and shit on it and marketing, and it's just like fucking stupid game? Well, this is also a stupid fucking game, but my point is, like, what do you hate more? That they make a mid game and they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on it, and to the point that they might have to fire a lot of their staff and shit like that, or like have a low budget game like this but still do almost the same shit as the other AAA games. At least they're smart that they don't spend hundreds of millions of dollars. That's the least I could say. They're smart, you know. It took them 6 generations to add diagonal movement. There's a currency that can't be gotten through profits. Oh, you mean like trust and goodwill and shit like that. But then this is fucking Pokemon. Like, oh, like me, I was like... I'm like the problem. Like, why Game Freak spends so little money on these games and they make a gajillion dollars. I'm one of the problems. I buy this game day one, full price. I fucking go out and I fucking play. I fucking buy the merchandise. I fucking buy the Sobble plushies. Whenever I see them, I buy them. I buy the toys. I buy the Gloria figure with a plushie. I'm the problem. I'm the guy who goes on Netflix and buys watches an anime I don't even like, the fucking Pokemon anime, just because it's Pokemon and it has Sobble and Inteleon in it, because I like Sobble and Inteleon and I like some Pokemon. I am the problem. I am not the solution to why why Game Freak spends so little money and quality on these games and they still make a bajillion dollars. Talking about the furry. Talking about the furry. Okay. Okay, what's my opinion on this game? I am so glad I did not get a fucking Switch 2 to play this fucking game. It's definitely not worth 27,000 pesos for a Switch 2 for this fucking game. I'm so glad that it works fine on Switch 1. Okay, speaking of which, I'm glad it runs well on Switch 1, because I was thinking that it was going to be terrible like Scarlet and Violet and Arceus. But there are reasons why it runs well, because I feel like they knew their limits in this game. Like, they don't have this big ass area where you can explore and shit. Where there's a whole ton of, like, area to explore. It's like very small. It's like a very small area. And because of that, like, it does not perform as badly as the previous games. I mean, obviously there's still issues in which there's still like weird pop-in. Like, the character that pops in is not even 50 meters away and they're still fucking popping and stuff like that. It's still like not as well optimized and good looking as it should be, especially because they have a smaller area compared to Scarlet and Violet and Arceus. But I feel like, okay, it's only one city. Yeah, it's only one city. And even that one city, it's like kind of small. It's kind of small, even like compared to like a lot of things. Even for this game, it feels small. Even if you don't go around in cars and shit, it still feels kind of small. Like, even like Yakuza 1 and Yakuza 0. No, I never played Yakuza 0. Even Yakuza 1's town feels bigger than this. Which was already kind of small because all you did is run around it. And go through the whole map in 7 minutes. I think they showed that you could go through the whole map of like GTA 5 in a car in like 15 minutes. Something like that. On your Switch 2 was a scam from the beginning. They it's good. It's sort of good that they didn't make the city so big that it would make the system chug. They knew their limits for this game. But also, it's kind of bad in which it's not as optimistic as... not optimistic. What's the term? What's the term in sort of like you want to do something more or something like that? Like, you're... like you want to do something big. What's the term I'm looking for? Not, but optimistic is not the word. It's not like trying. Not optimize. Optimize is not the word. Jammer, stop. There's major lore. Okay. Even his gray is imposing. I guess it's fitting for... What? Az died? Fuck. Are we gonna find out that he's not actually dead? Yeah, ambitious. This game is not as ambitious as, like, the previous two games. Well, okay, I'll let this play and then I'll talk about it. When did he die? Did he just die of old age? Or something? I bet you he's still alive. Oh, it's Lysander. What did he die of? Did he just die? Did he die because, like, they activated the thing? Floet activated the thing and that eventually, like, he lost his power to live on or something? No! Goddamn Az or Az! You were supposed to cook for us, but now you died. Canonically, death in Pokemon only took 9 generations. Is like is red and blue and green? Are they all like 40 or 50 years old now? Or are they still children? Like Ash. Will, like, there's a not will survive. There's finally a canonical death after 9 generations, and it was the 3,000-year-old man. Finn. Okay. As I was saying, this game it knows its limitations, but like I said, it's not as ambitious as the previous 2 games, and because of that, it doesn't feel as special as the previous 2 games. A death in Pokemon, and it's by old age them. So yeah, like I feel like if the previous 2 games, your alarm is going off. Can I still go around and capture wild Pokemon? Who knew Pokemon characters take 3,000 years to die? Am I done? Oh, wait. I'm gonna take a toilet break real quick. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Did you guys hear me say "ow shit"? The judge feature gives you a concrete evaluation of your individual Pokemon stats, so you can gauge their latent potential. From the stats section of your Pokemon summary, press on the right analog stick to toggle between numbers. What the judge feature says about each stat. Didn't Scarlet and Violet you had to bring your Pokemon to a specific person so that you could judge them? Wait, where did it say to go? Oh, here we go. Ooh, HP, very good. Attack, best. Special attack, pretty good. Best. All pretty high. Decent. Looks like decent is the highest. Is there no like not like bad? Okay, there's a special defense, no good. No. Oh, you didn't hear me? Okay. I wanted to talk about something, but now I don't remember what. What? Why is there a Pokeball? Was this Lucario Pokeball here the whole time? Why do I have what? There's a letter from AZ near the Pokeball. Okay, I guess it's just here. I leave you my Lucario as a symbol of my gratitude and respect. Was this the Luc? Did he have a Lucario in X and Y? Which trainer is that? Is that your trainer in X and Y, or is it like someone else? Oh, meet her. Who could it be? I don't know. I don't know the lore of X and Y. couldn't Mega Evolve Zygarde in X and Y? You can only evolve Mega Evolve him in this game? Wait a tick. Did they use Pokemon in the war in this game? Because, like, it was 3,000 years ago. Because, like, according to Arceus, they only started capturing Pokemon, like, in in Arceus, right? How long ago was Arceus? How many years ago was Arceus? I mean, they had the technology, had the Pokeballs, but it seemed like a lot of people didn't know how to integrate with Pokemon, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know the lore of the games. Level 50. Is it better than my Lucario? Okay, let's put it here. Oh, it is better than my Lucario. Should I switch to this Lucario? Karina. Who's Karina? Let me Google search Karina. Oh, this one. Wasn't she in... She was in the anime, I think, that I watched recently. Or whatever. Oh, if I look at her, like, origin, will it show, like, oh, this... Oh, yeah, I see right there. Original trainer, Karina. I wonder, Sir Violet, the ID number of your Lucario, is it the same as this? Is it 912562 as well? That'd be cool. He was in X and Y. Pokemon's pretty hardy by nature. It takes plenty of siestas. Yeah, it's the same. That's cool. That's a nice little, So should I have him instead of mine? No, Blutario. Blutario only. Okay, now time for me to never play this game ever again. Can I not go to the roof? It's not allowing me to go to the roof. It seems like obtaining a shiny charm is easier in this game compared to others. Because you could go up the Mabel research by just catching more Pokemon, right? Even if you don't fill out the Pokédex, you could just catch more Pokemon to fill it up. Two catastrophes in 5 years, goddamn. Yeah. Oh, does that mean Tawny also is gonna get a wish granted since she also got rank A? What is my wish? I thought this wish can only be granted to one person, but it seems like a bunch of people have gotten rank A. What is the reason my character went to the city in the first place? What is my character's motivation? My character's motivation only seems to be, oh, Tawny helped me out, so I'm gonna help her out. And shit like that. Whatever Tawny wants to do, I will do, because I want to help Tawny. The future of Lumio City. I wish for a sloping Sizor, Amorta, and Is she gonna take? I think she's gonna take over the hotel. To Team MZ, my dear friends. If you are reading this letter, then it would seem my time has finally come to an end. These instructions and final wishes. First, do with Hotel Z as you fit. I'm gonna turn it into a whorehouse. All the whores are not gonna be people. They're going to be Pokemon. I'm gonna have uh, I'm gonna have Lopunnies. I'm gonna have Lucarios. I'm gonna have Gardevoirs. What else? What else Pokemon would it have? They're all gonna be whores. They're gonna be prostitutes. Go easy. Yeah, what do we do about the hotel? I'm going to lease it. And I'm going to take a mortgage out of it and use it to make a advertisement for this hotel. Oh no, now I'm in debt. Oh no, I lost the hotel to the bank. Oh well. Brrrt. What's up? How many people got the rank of A anyway? Did these guys also get rank A? Now, Floette. Is Floette gonna live on forever as well? When is Floette going to die? Pokemon do die, right? Like obviously they're ghost Pokemon, and also what's the name of that Pokemon that wears the head of its mother, a skull on its head? Glad you asked. Wild zones, okay. Now make out. Cubone, shaking my head, you forgot the name of Gen 1 Mon. And I remember two of my friends back in the day, I remember they memorized all 151 Pokemon. And they could even like write it down on a piece of paper and like, oh here, like in order as well. I mean, they didn't do it alone. They did it like together. Like, oh here, let's fill out the Pokemon here. Which is funny because my other friend, he never actually he didn't play any of the Pokemon games, but he still knew like all of them. And I remember he was like, I remember when in high school I wanted to play a JRPG. But I was like, here, I'll play Pokemon Crystal as a JRPG. And he asked me like, you want to play JRPG? Why did you play Pokemon? uh, Oh, this is a wild zone now, too. Look at that. It's got a bunch of Pokemon I haven't even seen before. So 20 is the final one. Okay, that's cool. Do you want to travel here? This game has DLC, right? Have you played the DLC, Sir Violet? I mean, it's not like I'm gonna buy it, but I'm just like curious. No, never. Okay. You better grant us 2 rank A wishes because we save your asses. Day 1 DLC means base game content cut and monetize. Shaking my head. Any idea if the Switch 1 version of Metroid Prime 4 is like any decent or something? Because Metroid Prime 4 comes out today. I was saying earlier that I'm interested in Metroid Prime 4, not because I know it's gonna be a good game or I'm a fan of Metroid Prime. I actually only got interested in it because a lot of people are saying it's annoying. The characters are annoying. So I'm like, oh, rubbing my hands together, haha. Funny, terrible content that I could react to. It's like something like, you know me, like I either play games that I like to play or that I like to make fun of. Like, there's so many games that I don't enjoy playing that I played on stream because I enjoy like criticizing and talking shit about it. Yeah, who's this person she's looking for? I bet you it's part of the DLC. That would suck so much. I want all of us to kill all the Pokemon. Can I just repeat the same shit? The fact you won't even let me pick the one I want to pick? Fucking hell. What an interesting turn of events. Is there any other main mission after this? Whomp. Push update to the app, okay. It's a virus. Earn yourself a challenger's ticket and show it to the receptionist at for a chance to battle in a reward match. Win the match, amazing prizes will be yours to keep. After each reward match, your ticket points will be reset to 0. Oh, if it resets to 0, I could build it up again and do another match? Can I, like, rematch anyone I want or something? Try your hand at Infinite ZA Royale. Oh, that's the mission. Okay, so... Oh, how do I get these other Pokemon? How do I get these? Sir Violet, any idea? And how do I get the other Gen 1 Pokemon? I'm not gonna do it on stream, but whatever. I'm not gonna get them all, but I would like to have them. Wait, how do I get Zygarde? I assume that's like a extra mission to get him. Sorry, I'm just like burping and this shit. Okay. Okay, my opinion on this game. Like I was saying earlier, I'm glad that it runs a lot better than the previous 2 games. And even on the Switch 1. So if someone was like thinking of upgrading to a Switch 2 like I was just to play this fucking game, don't! Switch 1 is completely fine. All of them are obtainable except for 4 I mentioned before. Okay. What else? I feel like the scope of this game is more limited, which is the reason why it runs way better. But then, of course, the game is not as ambitious. And because it's not as ambitious, it feels like there's less fun mechanics or stuff about it. Oh, a Totodile. And the previous 2 games had these mechanics that made it feel more fun. I mean, like Scarlet and Violet had like, you know, it had the old battle system, which made it kind of frustrating to play because it was very very slow and shit. I feel like I like the battle system of Arceus the best. But then this battle system, I kind of like what they did with it. Because, like, say, for someone like me, right? like majority of moves, especially with how easy, like say Sword and Shield was, like say majority of these moves would be useless. I would probably just spam one move over and over. I'd probably use Giga Drain and Leaf Blade like a lot. But then the other moves I would not use. I'd probably only use another move if I ran out of PP. Whatever it's called. What's the ones that... What do they call it? Like, you have a limited amount of moves you could do, right? But then this game is sort of like... Like, you have infinite moves, but it's like on a timer. And because of that, like the moves that... I feel like, for me at least, it has more utility. As a cat, like... I know I'm gonna get like Sir Violet and Will telling me, no, all the moves are useful, blah blah blah. It's because you guys take this game more seriously than me. I'm just a casual player. From a casual player who just uses one Pokemon to spam like one move, especially the move that has the most damage. Like a lot of the moves are not as useful. But having like multiple moves on cooldown means that you're more incentivized to use different moves. And because of that, like I feel like I like this combat system better than the older games. I'd say from a casual, as a casual, I like this one better than like the other games. I'm not sure how this system works in a more, like, if you want to play the game competitive. Sir Violet, since you like to play Pokemon competitively, what's your opinion on, like, the system of, like, you know, cooldowns and timers and stuff like that, and hitboxes, compared to the old system where your Pokemon takes turns? But yeah, so, and what else do I think about this game? I feel like I think my criticism of the previous like Arceus was like it felt like a PS2 game, both derogatory and good, because like it was more experimental with the way the game plays and more inventive with its gameplay systems and mechanics. And it's also derogatory because it looks like a fucking PS2 game. It's like old and outdated. This game, I feel like it's less like that. It's like more of like the derogatory term. I'd say it feels more like a PS3 game, like an early PS3 game, like the graphics. And it also feels more like a PS3 game in that it's more safe with the way its gameplay is. I mean, there were a lot of, like, experimental PS3 games back in the day. Like, way more experimental... There are way more experimental PS3 games than there are, like, PS4. PS4 is definitely the era of more safe games. But still, like, it, like I said, like before, it feels less ambitious and less experimental, and less like taking risks with the way the game is played. So I think like overall I like this game less than Arceus. Definitely like it more than Scarlet and Violet. I think I like the story of Scarlet and Violet better. Especially the end game, like the whole thing about like the guy's looking for his dad, and it turns out that, or the parent, it turns out the parent is dead. Sorry, Sir Violet, there is another canonical death in the Pokemon games. The parent of your friend in Scarlet and Violet. Because remember when you go down to the whatever zone, and you find out that your parent is like dead? And it's just a robot that's controlling the body. I mean, it's just a robot. You find out it's just a robot, right? So yeah, no, there's a death in there. This new battle system is super imbalanced. I felt like it would be imbalanced. The viable moves are super limited and a lot of old moves have been cut, so I exploited that fact to make my team impossible to counter. I see. I felt like it seems like a system that is that would be exploited because it's so different from the old games. Um Anywho, what else? I feel like the music is pretty good. Like there is some like banger music, but the music is not as good as Scarlet and Violet. Because of course Scarlet and Violet, you got like a celebrity doing the music. What was his name again? I forgot the name of that the guy. And you also had what's his name? The guy who did the music for for Undertale. I mean, not did the music. He made the whole fucking game. The guy who made Undertale made the music for that game. I have any idea if he did this game as well? Stabilize barriers. He also made speed stat useless, so instead of investing points on speed, gave all my mons HP, so both offensive and defensive mons have max health and have trouble dying after I set up. The canonical death from S and V also took 9 generations. Okay, now would I recommend this game? I would recommend this game, I guess, if you're a Pokemon fan. If you're a fan who's not like Pipkin Pippa. So Pipkin Pippa is very negative on the series. I think she didn't even play Scarlet and Violet. So if you're that kind of Pokemon fan, I mean, obviously it's not for you. You're gonna fucking hate it, I feel. But if you're like, but if I was gonna say if you're more of a casual fan, maybe you could skip it or wait for it to go on a sale. But you know how these Pokemon, you know how Nintendo games are. They never fucking go on sale. They never do. And if they do, it's like very, very small amount. And very rare. What are the other Pokemon I'm missing here? I haven't seen 3 more. Also, can I climb the tower? I know. I myself, I guess I'm fine with it. I enjoyed it, I guess. I didn't have as much fun. I was expecting to have more fun with it. But no, I feel like it was just like a mid-game to me. So, I don't know. I think if I told myself it was okay, it's mid, and if I wasn't streaming the game, I would be like, no, you don't need to buy this game, Jammer. Like, you can skip it if you want. Toby Fox. So I guess that's not a recommendation for me for this game. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're a Pokemon fan and you want to get this game, you've already made up your decision. But I think overall it's just fine. It's just very mid. But I feel like if you do decide to pick it up, like, I guess you'll have fun with it. But if you're on the fence, then I don't think. I feel like it won't be a justified purchase. Basically what I'm saying. But how about you, Survive? What do you think of the game? I feel like, how about you? I mean, Will, you didn't play it, but like, what do you think? I think overall, I think I enjoy Scarlet and Violet more, even though like there's a lot of, there's a lot more things worse about Scarlet and Violet. Like, like the battle system is so fucking slow and shit like that. But I think I enjoyed that game more than this one. And obviously that game from a technical side is not very good. So I enjoyed that game more, but I'd recommend it less than this game. But what else? But would I recommend this over Arceus? No, I really enjoyed Arceus. Even though it also didn't it also from a technical point, it also doesn't perform well. Oh, I get that's true. But like, I think this game visually looks a lot better than those two. I mean, but thing is, like, visually, like, for a Pokemon game, like, this looks like a decent looking PS3 game. But as like a Switch game, or heck, even a Switch, like, it doesn't look that good. They're like so much better looking Switch 1 games. And definitely not a game worth getting a Switch 2 for. How the fuck do I get up there? Do I need to get on this building? Oh, I guess I need to go over there. Okay, it's already like 2 hours, but I guess I'll play a little bit longer just to get this thing and then end stream. And then never play this fucking game ever again. So tomorrow I'm gonna play Dungeon Crawler. And then the day after that I'll play, what do I play after Dungeon Crawler? Oh. On Saturday, I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter World with Will. And then on Sunday, I'll be playing God Eater with Will. What do I play on Monday? I think I've been wanting to play Truck Simulator again, so I'm gonna play it on Monday. But what do I play after Truck Simulator? Mighty Switch Force. I'm gonna play Mighty Switch Force on Tuesday. So that is this game over. Oh, look at that. That is this game over here. It's made by the same guy that made Shantae. So I'm gonna play that on Tuesday. And then what game do I play after that? I think I'll play Portal 2 after that. Let me see. Yeah, I'll play Portal 2 after I finish Mighty Switch Force 1. And then I guess on another date, I'll play Mighty Switch Force 2. Now I gotta ask, do I play the original version of Mighty Switch Force, or do I play the re-released version? What do you think, Will? Do I play the re-released version with better graphics, with redone graphics, or do I play the original one with more pixel art style? Not better graphics. Redone graphics. It's you know how a lot of games they'll it's like pixelated and then they'll redo it with new art. It's basically like you know how Shantae, the first Shantae, it has the old Shantae games. They have like a pixel art, and then the newer ones, it's like 2D. But yeah, I'm gonna play my Switch Force 1, and then I'll play Portal 2, and then I guess I'll play my Switch Force 2 after that. There's a third Mighty Switch Force game, but it's like a multiplayer game, and I think it's only local. I can't play with other people online, and why would I? And it's like very short or something apparently, because it's just like, you know, multiplayer, and it's just like you fight other people. It's like very kind of thing. Oh yeah, I'm also planning on, I think it'd be cool to see what new stuff has been added in the remaster. Well, we didn't play the original, so we have no idea, but yeah, why not? Let's play the remaster. Also, I'm thinking of doing a karaoke with the Chatini here. What do you guys think? I will probably do it before the new year. Before the new year. It depends on how busy I am during the holiday, but I might do one. If not, then like January, of course. But then also it depends if Raura recovers. Like if she recovers before February, then like obviously I won't do it anymore. Oh, excuse me. Where? Oh man, I came here like at the bad time. Now dawn is approaching. Oh dang, I got hiccups. Oh, do I have that guy? I do not. What level are the Pokemon here? I just realized. I could probably just fight Pokemon here to level up. Sounds interesting. That's a cool way to do karaoke, yeah. Anywho, that's it for today. Oh, I need to relabel this as final. But yeah, anyway, that's it for today. So it's a 20 parts. So this is like a 40-hour game, which is an okay time for like an RPG. What do you think about the length of this game, Survive? Do you think it's short or just okay for a Pokemon game? I'll ask that and then I'll end stream. How long did it take for me to beat the other Pokemon games? Let me check real quick. So Scarlet was 20 parts, which I also assume would be 2 hours each, which would also make it around a 40-hour game. Arceus is only 19 parts, which means it's either also probably around a 40-hour game as well. Okay. Standard JRPG length. From my experience, the average length of a JRPG is like 50 to 60 hours. And 40 is considered kind of short. Standard JRPG, like kinda okay, but death feels like a replayable, not replayable. Repayable, not replayable. Okay. Didn't I ask Sir Violet? But I don't know if he's still here around for me to ask him. But anywho, that's it for today. Ciao! Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. 40 is like minimum end of standard, I guess. Anyway, ciao, bye-bye.